Hey everyone, I got a real good one to talk about today. Motorized shopping carts. I would imagine every one of you has seen people driving these things around in superstores, but what I have seen really just ticks me off. You get people that really need these carts. These carts were designed, they were created for people who have disabilities. Or maybe they've just had a surgery. They're not allowed to be on their feet for a while. Yeah, I get that. They need those cutters. But what I see more and more of are just largely obese people riding these carts around because they're just too fat and lazy to walk. And let's face it, if you walk more, you lose some more weight. But no, they're not into that. They're going into these stores to buy themselves more food and they don't want to walk while doing it. The worst I have seen, excuse me, is on Veterans Day, an elderly man walking with a cane. He had a vest that had his medals on, and he was pretty well decorated. He must have been in his 80s at least. He got into the store, started walking right to the motorized carts, and there was only one left. Around the same time, there was this 400 or 500 pound man that just was making a beeline as fast as he could go towards that one chair. The old man was just about there, and that fat old boy got up there, took the chair, or I should say, he sat in the chair. And the look of surprise on the elderly veteran's face. Wow. The look on my face. It wasn't just wow, it was I want to kick your ass. So this guy gets in the chair and looks up at the elderly man and says, sorry, pal. You just aren't fast enough. And I was not the only one who saw that go on. And I was not the only one who helped this big old boy right out of that chair. There must have been a dozen guys around that saw that happen, and everyone lifted this big old boy up, plopped his ass right down there on the floor where he stayed. We helped the veteran into the chair. He thanked everyone and cruised on into the store to do his shopping. That big old boy was on his butt for a while because he could not get up and no one would help him up. He got what was coming to him. Seriously, those chairs are made for disabled people and severely obese people consider themselves disabled because it's such a struggle for them to walk. And I have been obese for years, and I've lost a lot of weight. I'm going to continue to. I'm going to get right back down to where I was 20 years ago, maybe. That's my goal. I do like to walk. I've walked over half of this weight off. That's just from walking, let alone dieting. But some of these people have no intentions of losing weight. The reason they're there is to get more food. They go to delis. I've worked in delis. I know what this is like, man. They go there and if they're out of fried chicken, they're going to ask when are you going to have more fried chicken? Shoot, I had a guy who was about that weight, suspenders, the whole works. I mean, he couldn't have any. He needed those suspenders to keep his pants up. This boy was big, and he wanted 2 8-piece chickens and 2 10-piece chickens. 36 pieces of chicken just for him. It's out of hand. It is so out of hand. And I see it more and more now that I am losing all this weight. Shoot, I went from like 260 down to, 210. And I still got another 40 to go. And I don't mind. I don't mind losing it. I don't mind working for it. Walking. Eating less. Eating better. But I would never, I don't care how much I weigh, use one of those carts. They would not be designed for me, and I would know that. But some people, they're just too damn lazy. They want to ride in those carts when other people truly do need them. You know, I've known people who aren't really disabled, or just they've had foot surgery or leg surgery. They're for them too. Some people believe that they are also for the extremely obese people because they can't walk around. Well, look, if you're a disabled person, then that means there's nothing that's going to change that. You're disabled for life. You got a war vet. He's not going to get better. He's always going to need that chair. If you're obese, you can change that. And you should, for your health. So you don't drive in those carts. I know. Some people think that's petty. I don't think it's petty. I don't think that's petty at all. I think it's disrespectful. I've seen so many people look in shock, amazement, and horror sometimes. It's the expression on their face when they need that chair and some fat person feels that they need it more. Nope. I think all of them should be lifted out of their chairs, set down on the floor, and let the real disabled person have the cart. Let them roll around until they can find this and get themselves back up. Well, that's my piece for tonight. Yeah, it does get me when I see people use things like that are designed and created for people who truly need them, and they're just trying to make their lives easier so they don't have to walk as much and, God forbid, lose a few pounds. So, thanks for tuning in. Hope you like and subscribe, comment. I'd like to know your viewpoints on this as well. Until next time, peace out, folks. Have a good night.